And now for question number 7 from the practice paper for the 2025 Cambridge 0580. This is a practice paper for the paper 2 non-calculator. This question here is about standard form. It says write 0.00067 in standard form. Now standard form in British maths means basically that you have to write the number such that there is only one non-zero digit before the decimal point, and then it's expressed as that number times 10 to the power of something. So here what we do is you look for the first number that you see that is not a 0, which in this case is a 6. So you write this down and then you put the decimal point. So you have only one non-zero digit before the decimal point. And then after you write what comes, there's a 7 there, you write that down. Okay, and then you ask yourself, how do I go from here back to, how do I put the point back to where it was originally? So you have now placed the point over here. What would I do for it? What do I have to do for it to go back to where it was previously? Well, you have to go back 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Okay, so you put times 10 to the power of, because we're going backwards, put negative 4. Okay, so your answer is 6.7 times 10 to the power of negative 4. An easy way for you to actually make sure that you've done the right thing is that whenever you write a number in standard form, which is a number that starts with 0 point something, you will always have a negative index with the 10 power. Always be negative. It's 0.00, always be negative. And what you'll be able to tell is that the number that you write over here, this number here, the power, and the number of zeros will be the same, including the one before the decimal point. So the number of zeros, including the one before the decimal point, will always be the same as the number that you write here when you have a number written in standard form, which started with 0 point something. So that's how you can be sure. You see there's 4 zeros, power of minus 4, so we can be sure that we're correct. Okay, so that's how you write numbers in standard form. Now, if the number was a big number, like for example, supposing it was 67,000, for example, and you want to write this in standard form, then what you do is you do the same thing. You'd find the first non-zero number, which is 6. You put 0.7, but this time you'd have to say, okay, I've now moved the decimal point over here, and I want it to end up over there. That's what it was originally. So you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces forwards. That's if it was a big number. So a big number will always have a positive power on the 10, okay? But the 0 thing doesn't work anymore. The 0 thing only works for this number of zeros. So this question is for the small number. So I'll get rid of that part. So there we have our answer for this question, writing numbers in standard form. Okay, so other questions from this paper can be found in the playlist on the top right of the corner of the screen at the end of this video. You'll get a link to that. Click that link. If you want to find other questions dealing with standard form and also calculations using standard form, which is an extension of this topic, which is quite likely to come up in these non-calculator papers, you can click on the link down here. My arithmetic series from this syllabus you'll find in the link down here, and I will put some standard form questions from the previous syllabus up here. They were very similar. Sometimes they would say do not use a calculator and calculate and so on, so it will be kind of relevant to this syllabus as well. Thank you for watching and see you soon.